We're announcing today that Zach Johnson, who is next year's Ryder Cup captain, will be assistant captain with me for the President's Cup. And then our all-time quarterback captain, Fred Couples, will also be assistant captain. And I was assistant captain for him. And we obviously played a lot together. I was going to try to add up to be prepared for this, how many times Fred's been to the President's Cup, but it probably would have taken me a little while. I'm very excited to have those two guys, and they add a lot, obviously, to our team, and they're trusted by the players, so excited to get going on it.
And there you have it. Davis Love III adding two familiar names to be assistant captains for the President's Cup. Fred Couples, assistant for the fourth time, undefeated as the captain 09, 11, and 13, four times a player. Ryder Cup experience, easygoing demeanor, everybody's favorite uncle with the smooth style, forever young. And Zach Johnson, assistant captain for a second time, four times President's Cup player, all victorious U.S. teams. Ryder Cup experience, too, and, of course, the 2023 Ryder Cup captain, salt of the earth kind of guy. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, strong. And a good Wednesday to you. Damon Hack alongside the great Jaime Diaz. Another day, more news in the game of golf. Your reaction to Freddie and Zach being tabbed as assistants for DL3.
Very sensible, very safe, continuity. You know, nothing wrong with it. I mean, nothing's broken right now. You don't have to fix it. And I think they're both really good friends at Davis. The chemistry will be good. The players know him well. Freddie is very soothing to younger players. They all love him. And I think he's a guy who's a stress breaker. I think for Zach, you know, another good warm-up for the Ryder Cup. Just get closer to these guys. It's all about relationships. And I think this is fostering and perpetuating some old relationships. But that's not a bad thing.
Any part of you a little bit like, you kind of shake things up a little bit here now? I know the task force was about continuity and making sure that, you know, the continuity was good and the communication, everybody on the same page. But why not Alan Bratton at Oklahoma State or Missy Farkay at ASU? You know, mix it up a little bit. Grant Snedeker, Hale Irwin,
Sure.
Lanny Watkins. I mean, just maybe one or two different names. This feels very, very safe. I'm not going to say vanilla, but I'm close to saying vanilla, Jaime.
Well, I think the thing is they haven't lost. You know, yeah, I mean, they did lose in France, but, you know, they came back with something, you know, much stronger at Whistling Straits. And I just feel like the task force isn't that old. It's still being proven, and they're still trying to, you know, really nail down this system and take advantage of it if they feel like it's a winning combination. So unless there's a little bit of bobble in that and some crisis, I don't think you'll see a lot of change. But I agree, it is kind of a closed shop. But it's a very exclusive club in the first place, just to get on the Ryder Cup or the President's Cup.
Does the fraternity need some new pledges? I mean, what do you think? Maybe just one or two different names.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that this is something that is working and they're staying with it, because again, it's a small circle anyway. I mean, you could expand it, but only be one at a time. It wouldn't be like there'd be a lot of variety. It wouldn't be wholesale changes. I just think until it's proven that it's not really working, stay with it.
I just wonder if with the President's Cup, how I think the competition is getting closer and closer. You know, if you're not running full speed, if you're not moving ahead, you're going to get caught. You know, if objects in the mirror are closer than they appear, and this feels to me a little bit like resting on your laurels, just a little bit. Very safe. I pick up the rundown today, and I'm like, this is not a surprise at all. This is, I just think maybe just a little bit of a massage, something different.
Well, the other argument it's getting better. They're getting better at what they're doing.
Okay.
You know, it's more refined. Little mistakes that were made get eliminated, and suddenly you got a more clean running machine.
Yeah.
So I think there's both arguments, but again, I think it's about wins and losses. If the U.S. started to look like they were actually performing poorly, and there were some complaints from players about relationships, things like that, there would be some change. But I think it's a happy family right now.
Yeah, there is comfort and familiarity in that group. Captain Davis Love III has the option, by the way, to name up to two more assistant captains prior to the competition. The President's Cup returns back to the States this year. Quail Hollow Club will play host to both the U.S. and international squads. Competition kicks off September 22nd.